Hello everyone and welcome to another Rise of Kingdoms video. This is Dragothian here and today we've got a whole new event to go over with you guys. First off, I've got to thank Mad Phantom, my brother from another mother, for giving me these photos. He's got an account that's in one of the later Lost Kingdoms that just arrived in the game for some of the later kingdoms. And sure enough, there's a brand new event to showcase for you guys. I want to bring you a video and showcase this to you to show you not only what it is, but how to win it, what you get if you win it, what are the rules to win it, all those good things so you can do all the things that you need to do to be successful in this event. Before we move forward, I wanted to also just make sure everybody's aware this is a sponsored content creation channel for Rise of Kingdoms. And with that being said, let's go ahead and jump into it. So what you see in front of you, Almighty Overlord. I'm going to call it Almightiest Overlord because it's also tied into the Mightiest Governor event. The reason this is such a cool event, you're already going to be participating in the Mightiest Governor event in your respective kingdoms anyway. So anything you put into it from a resource, a speed up, a time, action point, whatever, is going to effectively be doubled because you're not only going to be getting the rewards from the Mightiest Governor event, but you will also get the rewards from the Almighty Overlord event. So with that being said, efficiency is king. That is definitely something that this channel is all about. It's finding more efficient ways for you to use your resources to win events, to win awards, and most certainly bring those rewards to the battlefield and have a good time doing it. So let's go over the Almighty Overlord event, tell you what it is, how do you do it, when do you get it, all those good things. So what you see in front of you is the main page on the event page for the event, and when you do it and you get points from the Mightiest Governor event, which you should know how to do that, but I will also go over that a little bit for you as well in case you're brand new to the game. As you get points in the Mightiest Governor event, those points translate into the Almighty Overlord event. So as you can see, these are the very basic early rewards that you get just for completing the basic things or the tiers inside of the event itself. And we've only got pictures down to about 600,000 points, but I'd imagine there's probably a million tier and maybe a 2 or 5 million tier. I'm not 100% sure about that, but I would think it's something along those lines. And again, very basic, some resource boosts, some attack boosts, nothing really too crazy. Some alliance credits, those are really nice too. As you go down, I do see a 4-hour boost of some kind that may be a gathering speed boost or something to that effect. And then you've also got a peace shield as well on top of that. Why not, right? Why not have all that stuff? Those are all going to be able to be used in the Lost Kingdom for sure. As you go through those though, those rewards, those points that you get from the Mightiest Governor will obviously be getting you rewards in the Mightiest Governor event, but in the overall ranking where you see that big gold cup at the top right side of your screen, that's where you can see your ranking for individual and also overall. So if you open that up, it's going to bring up these rewards here. So let me bring this up. And that's this. So the rank rewards. And again, these are the overall rank rewards. And there's a good reason why you want to go after this stuff. So let's just break that down really quick. In the Lost Kingdom, you've got very particular things that you can't get anywhere else, one of which being honor points. Now, when you're in the regular kingdom that you're from, right, your main kingdom, when you're doing Mightiest Governor, it's all about legendary gold sculptures. It's about speed ups. It's about gems, resources, boosts, all those good things that you get when you win different levels of the Mightiest Governor event. With the Almighty Overlord event, it's a little different, okay? So they're not necessarily focusing on the individual gold head stuff or the speed ups or even the resources, although there is some resources there to be had. It's all about the honor points. So honor points in the Lost Kingdom are liquid gold. You have to have as many as you possibly can for a couple reasons. One, a lot of the rewards in the Lost Kingdom are tied to honor points, which means that this event, the Almighty Overlord, which is an awesome name, by the way, I love it. Who doesn't want to be an overlord? You win these honor points, and if you win this event, you can actually get a really nice leg up on your competition in the Lost Kingdom, which is pretty intense. It's pretty elite company that you're going to be in towards the top if you're one of those top 20 which is who wins the legendary city skin, as well as that sweet legendary avatar frame as well. If you want a chance at winning those things, you're going to need to get as many honor points as humanly possible, which means that you're either going to need to spend the majority of your time farming barbarians, or you're going to have to win events like this and then also do the farming and then also do forts and then also make sure you're making your way to the center where the ziggurat is at, where you can start getting some of the higher level content and getting more and more points that way. There's a lot of different things that you've got to do, but that's the thing, right? The Lost Kingdom isn't just all about honor points. It's about fighting. It's about different stages inside of that Lost Kingdom event, that season, where you first, after the Eve of the Crusade pre-event, you port into your province and you start building that out. You take your Crusader camp, you take your Crusader fort, your ruined Crusader fort. Then after that, you've got a little bit of a lull period before those level 4 passes open, and then all hell breaks loose. So at that point, if you've been super diplomatic and everybody's your friend, there's not as much fighting and you can continue the barbarian killing stuff. But for most of us, especially most of us that I know that follow this channel, we're all about the fighting. So with that being said, we are going to be doing some significant fighting, which is taking a lot of time away from the barb killing stuff, which is fine by me, to be honest with you, and putting it more into the let's go kill some players and fight and have a good time and support our alliance and our teams and start destroying their stuff. Like that's the thing, right? Like that's the majority of what most folks want to do, especially in the Lost Kingdom. So when you're doing that though, you don't really have a whole lot of time on the back end, especially once those level 4 passes and level 5 passes, and depending on how your Lost Kingdom is gone, even your level 6 passes open up, because there's usually a day or 2 or 3 or a week of fighting non-stop in that period, and that's going to really hinder your ability, if you're a main person in your alliance or your kingdom, to do some of the honor roll stuff. So if you're able to use this event in conjunction with the Mightiest Governor event to get some extra honor points, which by the way, again, if it matches the Mightiest Governor event, the Mightiest Governor event happens every 2 weeks. So with that being said, this will happen every 2 weeks alongside of it, which means that you can get, theoretically, if you want every single time, rank 1, which who's going to do that? I'd love to see somebody in the description below tell me that, or in the comments below tell me that they do it. I'll see you in 2 months. If you've done it, that's about 72,000 honor points that you've won for yourself if you win every single one. Now, more than likely, you might win one, or you might just get a few, or you might get top 10, you might get top 20, and that's a huge accomplishment by itself, which is what's going to be the next picture. I'm going to show you just how hard that is to do. But that being said, again, this reward is critical if you want to get into the top 20, especially if everybody has access to it, which they do. Let's go to the next one here. This is going to be the rules, and again, the rules are going to be a little, let me go back to the other one here, a little different. So the first two are very basic. It's basically just stating to the effect of these events start at the same time. So Mightiest Governor, and just like I explained before, Almighty Overlord, they kind of go in conjunction with each other, and everything that you earn in Mightiest Governor translates over to Almighty Overlord, which means you don't have to double up. You are getting doubled up by your efforts in the first place. Second off, governors who accumulate the specified number of points will get the rewards. That's pretty straightforward and basic. The third one is where I want you to pay very close attention. It says, all governors in the Lost Kingdom can participate in this event. Again, Mightiest Governor is a kingdom event. That means that if you're in the Lost Kingdom with 7 other kingdoms, your Mightiest Governor player pool is just in your kingdom. That's not so for Almighty Overlord. So Almighty Overlord, you're competing not only against your kingdom, but the other 7 kingdoms in your Lost Kingdom, which means more players equals more competition, equals harder to win stuff, okay? So to focus on something like this, you're going to have to make sure that you're keeping very close eye on those different stages, not only in your kingdom, but also in the ranker inside of the Almighty Overlord event page. So make sure you're doing that. And then the next one here on number 4, it says the top 1,000 governors will receive rewards on this event. There's going to be over 10,000 players in most Lost Kingdoms fighting for this event, which means that you're going to have your hands full for sure, but those rewards are very nice. If you can get the honor roll points, as many as you can from this event to go in your favor, that's going to put you in a very strategic advantage to win that top 20 spot inside of your Lost Kingdom and hopefully get yourself that sweet, sweet legendary skin and that avatar and all the goodies that go along with it, the gems, the speed ups, the resources, all those good things, okay? On top of that, so I wanted to go quickly through not just this, but how do you do it? Well, there's 5 stages in the Mightiest Governor event that translates into the Almighty Overlord event. First stage obviously is the troop training day, so that's a very critical day for most folks that want to save up their speed ups and their resources so they can speed up as many troops as they possibly can during that day. A lot of kingdoms will pop a training buff and start handing out the Duke title now instead of the General title, thank goodness. And players can go ahead and power up their troop count, which is always necessary for the Lost Kingdom anyway. But for this particular event, alongside of Mightiest Governor, it's crucially important that you do that because that's a very, very big point day for most governors to get as many points as they can. And if they're trying, especially if they're trying to be in that top tier to get those rewards that are going to be really sweet. The second thing that you want to look out for is the Barbarian Killing Day. That's escalated very quickly. So it used to kind of be a meh day, like there'd be a couple people that did pretty good at it, but nothing crazy. People have figured out that if they focus all their time on that day, you can get almost 20 million points just on Barbarian Killing Day, guys. So with that being said, you should be doing both. You should be doing the Troop Training Day, and then the next time you should be focusing on Barbarian Killing Day. That's where you want to definitely spend some time actually in the game. If you're not fighting, obviously it goes fighting, Barbarian Killing, and then everything else. That's really what the hierarchy in my book for the Lost Kingdom, the way it should be. But you want to focus on those Barbarian Killing because that's going to be another good point for you to not only get more honor, but also to get more points, which translate hopefully for you into more honor on top of that for the Almighty Overlord event. The resource gathering one, not so much. Usually most people can get 1.5 million, maybe 2 million or so, maybe a few million if they're crazy, but that's going to be very minimal. So most people don't focus necessarily on resource gathering day. That might be a fighting day, or that might just be a more killing barbs and getting more honor points day. Then you've got, obviously you've got the other stages alongside of it, but really at the end of the day, it comes down to the end, which is Troop Training Day. You've also got the Power Day in between too, and for the people that are going to be doing these types of events, you definitely want to have your research and your buildings done, and if they're not done, use those days to complete those buildings so that you can get more points towards it, but most people can't really power up on those days, because even if you're doing troop training, it's like one fifth of the actual points that you would have gotten had you done that troop training on day 1, so it's just not very efficient. But again, the last 2 days is one phase, and that's the kill event, and that's the one that I wanted to get to. So this is the one that can get very out of hand, especially if it's in the Lost Kingdom, because you're going to be doing fighting anyway, and on top of that, you're only hurting your own resources. You're not hurting, if you were to try and do a dueling situation, you're not hurting the opposing player that's still in your kingdom, which could be then using those resources to fight the opponent instead of you to win Mightiest Governor. You get my drift, right? You want to be killing players that are in the opposing kingdoms if you are enemies of them, obviously, during this phase. These 2 days are critical for you to win Mightiest Governor, and then ultimately now with Almighty Overlord, you're going to definitely want to put some major time and effort into maxing out your point influx from the kill event day. So Troop Training Day, Barbarian Killing Day, Power Up Day to a certain extent, but nothing crazy. But finally, Kill Event Day. Those are the biggies, right? So the first one with the Troop Training Day, the second one being the Barbarian Killing Day, and the third one being the Kill Event Day. That's where you want to focus all your time. If you want to win Almighty Overlord and ultimately as well Mightiest Governor on top of that, those are your biggies. That's my recommendation. That's what you should do, and hopefully you get some sweet, sweet rewards out of both and max a commander or two, and also go ahead and get some sweet honor points to help you max out your honor points to get in that top 20 so you can get all those nice rewards that nobody else can get. I'm going to go ahead and end it off here. I hope you all enjoyed. I'll see y'all next time. Cheers, and have a good one.